Hello there, viewers. Now, we're back again. Hi, hope things are well. Part 8, I think. Is it an 8? Oh, is that the right way? Oh, I've not thought this through. Could be there, just to cover all bases. It's the middle of March, so you know what happens in Ligue 1 in the middle of March? We could win the title today. Oh, yeah. Also, coming up into today's episode, a big question. So I want you to be prepared for the big question. I need answers to the big question. So let's run the intro and let's get this done. Folks, hello, welcome back to the PSG Homegrown. I almost said the Solver story for the first time. The PSG Homegrown save. Now, we start at Manchester City, who have just sacked Pep Guardiola. And I want to know if you think, now, the City job will probably be gone by the end of the season, but if there is a major club in England or in Spain that have a managerial opportunity, should I take it and do the Homegrown Challenge at a different team for one season? Let me know what you think. I guess the teams on offer really are probably Juve, who are already relatively Italian, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and then probably like Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, for example, Bayern Munich as well. So if you think that would be a good idea, the question came earlier than you were expecting. Let me know, comment section. Shall we move clubs at the end of the year? Let me know. The thing is, though, I would stay as the same manager, but I'd have to apply for the jobs, which can be difficult. Now, today we have two games coming up. The game against Olympiacos in the second knockout round. I've already played Fenerbahce, and Olympiacos, ironically enough, actually beat Manchester City. So we faced them. We got a draw in the away leg since we last met them, which was the game against Lille a very long time ago in January. Our league form has been almost spotless, apart from the loss to Stade Rennes, which was actually our second loss of the season. And yeah, two games today then. Monaco, the second to come, and if we win that, we win the league. It's really that simple. But first of all, we play the Euro Cup, the Europa League, the Champions League, secondary, the B team, the B League, the B Leagues. The team we're going to play today then is Debuchy, Azuma, Mathuite's going to come back in, Kurzawa, Rabiot and Villa, Barafa behind Martial, Sissoko on the right, Payet on the left, and it's a good team. Matuidi is injured today, Mangala isn't eligible, neither is Ben Yedder, and actually, how long is Matuidi out for? 6 more weeks, excellent. So his season's pretty much done. Nah, he'll be back. He'll be back. You might think, oh, Ben, your hair looks a bit wet. You know, just had a shower. Nicholas Bentner up front for Olympiacos. Right then. Right, a team such as ours should be winning this without any problems at all. Because quite surprisingly that we got a draw in the first leg. Well, I was going to say unsurprising, but it's surprising. I should say thank you for the support on this series. I know it's not as frequent. I seem to say that every episode. But you still seem to be leaving a like, leaving comments and stuff. So I appreciate that very much. And if you did the survey, I can confirm that 4,000 of you did it. And yeah, interesting. Very interesting. First half an hour, and not a lot's happened. We obviously have the away goal from the first leg against Olympiacos. I messed it up. I didn't show you the first leg because I figured we'd probably beat Fenerbahce, and then to progress sort of the series and the episodes a little bit quicker, it made sense to just sort of play on to this point. And now we've got quite a big game, or quite a big couple of games coming up. Obviously, we'll go through in the Europa League and potentially win ourselves a title. It's gone quite well. I'll put it that way. Ben Arfa into Martial, Dimitri Payet now, out to Rabiot, into Martial, who hits it wide. And once we win the league, that's kind of the league bit over. We'll try and concentrate on Europe if we can stay in it. So far, Olympiacos have had one shot, and it wasn't on target. I can only assume it was Nicholas Bentner. As we get to half-time, it's Paris Saint-Germain 0, Olympiacos 0. In other words, it's really boring so far, but we've had a good chat. I feel like we've had a good talk, so that's dealt with. Okay, now while 0-0 would see us through, it's not spectacular, is it? Well, Olympiacos, with a corner, they've whipped it in. They've got Martin Odegaard, I just noticed. He's on the ball now. Odegaard on the edge of the box, place it to the edge to Dominguez now. They're passing it between each other quite nicely. Martin's now. Dominguez. Well, Lloris has saved that. Holy mother. We're not going to attack anymore. We're going to go to a more sort of, counter-attacking. Well, speaking of counter-attacks, there could be one right here. Martial, he's got options to his left-hand side, picks out Dimitri Payet, who barges his way into the box, out back out to Sissoko, but after close range, Cambiasso puts it behind. What a strange team. Nicholas Bentner, Martin Odegaard, and Esteban Cambiasso. I mean, who else is here? Seriously, who else do they have in their team? Nobody of interest, so leave it. Debuchy into Ben Arfa, Sissoko. A goal would probably, you would assume, perhaps seal it, although obviously a goal for them would mean everything to them. And Martial gets our goal for us. It's Paris Saint-Germain 1, Olympiacos 0. I'll keep wanting to say Olympic Lyon because that's obviously a team in our league. You can see Debuchy on this right-hand side. Lovely ball in. He sort of digs it out. And Martial, front post, volleys in. He's got about 400 goals this year, so he's doing well. First game's going very well. I can't complain. Oh, here we go. Darun on the edge of the box. He's got a few options. Will he shoot, though? Well, he does shoot. Lloris still went for that. It was going about 3 yards wide. Good judgment from Hugo. 15 minutes left, and I should probably, 10 minutes left now. I should probably make a couple of changes. Ooh, who do we bring on? We'll bring on Gender on for Ben Arthur, because he'll score. Watch this. Watch this. Watch it. You're already watching it. Didn't mean to be so aggressive. Sorry. Okay, probably not going to score, turns out. And that's the game over. A very dull but effective 1-0 win against Olympiacos. Not much has gone on there, I'll be honest. But now we know that if we beat Monaco, we win League. So let's try and win League. We're currently 21 points ahead. There are 7 games left, which obviously 7 times 3. You can only get 21 points. So if Monaco don't beat us, it's good night, Senorita, because we've won it. I don't know who Senorita is, but it sounded right. It felt right. And just when you thought this episode couldn't get any more exciting, have I got a bombshell for you? It's the draws for the quarterfinal and the semi-final of the Europa League. Manchester United still in it. Celta, Sevilla, Southampton, Benfica and Villarreal. Let's see who we get then. Boom, Southampton straight away. Interesting. We'll probably bring you one of those games at least. I'm not quite sure yet. But yeah, Southampton is the team. And then if we beat Southampton, oh, here we go. Who do we get? We get Manchester United or Benfica, probably the 2 tougher teams. The other 2 not as tough. I know Sevilla have won it like every year for the last 7 years, but even so. Okay, Southampton, we'll take that. Now, on to Monaco, same colour kit. So mentally, this is a big game. The psychology involved here is outrageous. Oh, something else to tell you about. Do you know what? There's so much information today. I'm so sorry. We can put forward, I do a podcast called ForTheFans. It's like a sort of a football chat, Premier League based podcast. I do a feature every week. It's great. There's a link to that in the description if you want to go and sort of listen to that and watch that. Also, we could nominate ourselves, really, or you can help nominate us for a football blogging award. I'll leave a link to the tweet to vote for us to get us into the final. I'm not sure how it works beyond that. I'll let you know. But if you want to vote for us, if you listen to the podcast, then by all means, go and get on that. As I say, there's I can do like a pre-arranged tweet. You just click the link, it goes on your Twitter, and then you just press tweet, and that's a vote. So, do it if you want. And while you're there, follow the ForTheFans account. God, plug central over here. I've also got an old sofa. If anyone's interested in that, feels like the right episode to do it, to be honest. I've had a shower on my hair. It just won't stay in place. It's literally doing my head in. Okay, slight change around in the team today. I think we're going to go with that, actually. If you look at it, you can see that Sissoko and Rabiot in the centre of midfield. Not a regular partnership, but without Envia or Matuidi, we've had to change it around a little bit. Mangala comes back in. Of course, he's not available for the Europa campaign. So it's Lloris, Debuchy, Zuma, Mangala, Kurzawa as the complete fullback. Sissoko, Rabiot, Pay on the left, Ben Arthur on the right. Ben Yedder comes in with Martial up top. I fancy our chances against Monaco. We've had a very good year. For God's sake, we're 21 points ahead. They've lost 5 games. We've only lost 2. That says it all. They've got Falcao. They've obviously got Pastore from us. Joe Martinho's there still. They've got Bernardo Silva. That chap who I know is really good. And on the bench, Thomas Lemar, a player that we've wanted the entire save, but are refusing to pay the 250 million that they want for him. Right then, the games begin, and what date is it? On the 20th of March 2016, can Paris Saint-Germain wrap up the league title? What is the point in French football? Mangala, ball in. Oh, and it's a goal. I don't mean that, by the way. I actually quite like French football. I think, as probably people in France do as well, I wish it was a bit more competitive. But Paris Saint-Germain do indeed have a bit of a, can I use the word monopoly? Bit of a monopoly on that division. And, I know that this year, actually, it's a little bit tighter. The current year, the real life year. So, it might all change around. Probably won't, though. So, just expect the unexpected. But don't, because they'll probably win it again. Okay, so 1-0 lead, but it is in the feet, or near the feet of the Monaco players. They come forward on this left-hand side. They've got plenty of options in the middle. We know Falcao can be deadly in the air. Pulls it back to Mensah, who shoots on a goal and scores. Bernard Mensah with it, which makes it Paris Saint-Germain 1. The French Paris Saint-Germain 1. The all-nationed Monaco cheated in many ways. See, it's pulled back here. We don't close him down, and it hits Lloris in the face. But because you'd think goalkeepers, I'm not trying to be rude to goalkeepers in general, but I don't see goalkeepers very often parry the ball, but into their own goal by doing it like that. I don't see that in real football that often. I'm just being honest. Martial on it now. Into Dimitri Payet, who has been fouled. Sorry, that was really. I wasn't expecting to be that aggressive. I'll be honest. Right, it's a penalty kick though. Ben Arthur steps up to take it. Our number 9. I don't know why. Hatem Ben Arthur to make it 2-1. But he slammed it at the goalkeeper. I wonder if he's parried it from his face. Let's tune in to find out. He will have done. I guarantee. Here we go. Ben Arthur steps up. Will the goalkeeper parry it on his face? No, he just. I don't see that often either. Oh well, you live and learn. Okay, we get closer to half-time. 2-1 to the good, and we know that anything but a Monaco win, and we will win the league today. And even if they do win, it then would require us to lose every game from now to the end of the season. And although I'm known as a bottle job, I mean, I've got a glass here, which is got a bottle inside of it. So that tells you all you need to know. Hang on, they're down to 10 men. Sure, Martinho got sent off. Was I not paying? What's happened here? So the foul came in. Martinho got annoyed about the penalty, got a second yellow card and was removed from the field of play. I don't know what I was doing at the time. Well, there we are then. They're down to 10 men. This is game over then. We've won the league. Well done, everyone. Kurzawa, left side, ball in, goal. Yeah, look a mug. I love that. Didn't even notice the fact they had 10 men. Brilliant. Falcao scored. So that bit a moment ago where I said, won the league, done. Not true. Ball played in on this right-hand side and Falcao from, well, I've said before, he's deadly from this area and he has scored and it's 2-2. Shucks. Right, well, straight after their goal, we are on the hunt for another one, though. Up towards Martial. Not great, and, Kurt Zuma gets there first. Ben Arfa needs to nod that on. Doesn't quite get there. Debussy recycles it. Sissoko towards Martial. Doesn't quite get there again, though. Ben Yedder slips in Martial this time, who shoots on goal. And it's saved by the goalkeeper. That is his job. So, I haven't got the French phrase book. Hang on. I know this is a bad time, but let me find it now. Oh, you're kidding? You're kidding me? They scored! Mangala! Oh, I was trying to find the phrase book. Flipping heck. What are the chances of that? Kidding me. Payet left side to make it 4. Ben Yedder into Ben Arfa. Oh, I just want to see another goal. I'll start looking for a word. I was looking at the 4-2. In other words, though, In other words, I can't even do words. Ben Yedder plays it through. Looked a shade offside to me. Martial scores. Probably going to be the league title. This word better be good. Muscadet. It's a very dry white wine. We're learning. I mean, from basically the words we've learned so far, you're sorry for being drunk and your name is Ben. That's pretty much what we've got. And if we score another goal, that will probably be game over. Kurzawa plays it in. Cleared. There's no way they're going to come back. No, there isn't. Debussy right side. Ball to Payet. White beam. Respects the equipment. 20th of March. The 20th of March. What a journey this has been. The 20th of March. Remember that time when we went through the transfers and I just put everyone up for sale and now here we are. 4-2 winners and title winners. A French Paris Saint-Germain is possible. I mean, of course it is. They're Paris Saint-Germain. This was a very long experiment. But yeah, that is it then. We win consecutive Paris Saint-Germain titles, League 1 titles with Paris Saint-Germain. Of course, I wasn't part of the previous successes, but I think deep down I was responsible. But that does bring us to the end. Okay, so that does bring us to the end. A few things that I mentioned. Please let me know. Would you like to see me try a different team? Maybe, as I say, one of the bigger teams in Europe. If you think that's a good idea, let me know. And continue on. Apart from that, if you want to go and vote for the Football Blogger Awards for the podcast, if you don't already listen to the podcast, go and listen to it. We do one every single week. And I think that's probably. Oh yeah, got a sofa for sale if anyone wants it. Now we love with care from me. Until next time, I'll be seeing you very very soon. Goodbye.